Would you like to start World War III? Yeah, whatever, okay. Oh, it's a lovely morning on the south coast, but my word, is it breezy. Be quiet. Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to the brand new Ford Kuga ST-Line PHEV. Yes, I know that is a bit of a mouthful. In today's video, I am testing the real-world electric range. Now, Ford claims that you can drive this car on electric only for up to 35 miles. But how true is that? Well, we shall find out. Now, it is early on a Sunday morning, so I do need some caffeine. So let's go and hunt some. So down here on the center console, I've got the EV button and 4 ways of driving this vehicle or utilizing the hybrid powertrain. You've either got auto EV, in which the car figures it out for itself and you don't really need to think about it, it will do it for you. You've got all electric only, so you've got, well, Ford call it EV now. That means the car will be in electric mode, which is what we want for the purpose of this video. EV later, whereby you save the EV power for a later time. And you've got EV charge, whereby the battery, the 14.4 kilowatt hour battery, is charged by the 2.5 litre petrol engine. So, of course, we want EV now. Now, I should have 35 miles of range. This is fully charged, but I've got 30 miles. So, let's see how we get on. I will do a mix of driving to try and make it as fair as possible. And away we go in near silence. I may as well tell you a bit more about the vehicle. So yes, as I've mentioned, this has a 2.5 litre petrol engine as well as an electric motor to form a hybrid system. The two powertrains combined produce 225 horsepower. I almost said 164. I'm thinking of the Isuzu D-Max I had last week. No, 225 horsepower. This will hit 62 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds, and the top speed is 125 miles per hour. This is the ST-Line, well, more specifically actually, this is the ST-Line X. So you get a few more features. There's room for both of us there, mate. You're in a Yaris, not a tank. Know the dimension of your own car. Yes, this is the ST-Line X. So I get a few extra goodies such as the panoramic sunroof and the hands-free power tailgate. I do have wireless phone charging as well, but I do believe that is an optional extra. The whole idea of the ST-Line X, let's bang a left here, and the ST-Line for that matter, is to give you a sportier vehicle. Now, this isn't a full-fat ST. This is more of a pseudo performance vehicle. What I mean by that is it's more about the styling. So you would normally get, as part of the ST-Line X edition trim level, 19-inch alloys, but as an option, I've got 20-inch alloys, which do look good, but in my humble opinion, I would urge you to avoid them because the ride in this vehicle is quite, yes, it is busy and it is firm. So if I were buying this vehicle, I would probably stick with the 19s, and even those may be a bit uncomfortable when it comes to the ride. In regard to charging times, if you happen to use a 7 kilowatt charger, you can get the small but perfectly formed battery charged in 3 to 3.5 hours. But if you use a traditional 3-pin socket, that time is pretty much doubled, so you're looking at 6 to 6.5 hours. As well as the 4 EV driving modes, I've also got 5 standard driving modes. So I've got normal, eco, sport, slippery or deep snow / sand. For the sake of fairness, I've just got it in normal because I don't really want to drive this any differently to how I would normally. So I think the whole point of a real world test is to drive the car like you would normally. Otherwise it's not a real world test, is it? So some of you may complain, oh Aaron, you should have it in eco to give the car the best chance, but day-to-day driving I wouldn't have this in eco. To be fair, I'd probably have it in sport, but I think let's compromise and stick with normal. It looks to be a beautiful day. Perfect filming conditions. Now, speaking of the weather, one thing I do want to note in the Kuga's defence, today is quite a cold day and batteries don't perform as well in the cold, much like me. So that is a factor to consider in today's very important, very scientific testing. Okay, now onto a 60 mile per hour road. Right, now why has the engine kicked in? That's annoying, I don't want that. Engine enabled, why? And before some of you comment, it's not down to the speed, because in fact you can drive the Kuga up to 85 miles per hour on EV only, which is good, but a bit pointless because you can't do it at speed in the UK. The most you can do is 70, so that's really annoying. Just don't understand why the engine's piped up all of a sudden. I don't want you, engine. As much as I like internal combustion, at this moment in time, I don't want it. Go away. And I've definitely got it in EV now, but I'm not getting EV now. That's very frustrating. I've taken it out of the L driving mode, so that isn't the issue. And there's nowhere up here where I can stop, which is annoying. On the plus side, these nice sweeping corners do give me a chance to test the Kuga's handling, which is an area where the Kuga does really well. This may be a medium-sized, high-riding SUV, but you know what? In the corners, it can be a bit fun. The steering does take a bit of time to get used to because it's more direct than you may expect from this kind of car. The steering rack seems quite fast. Also, when you are going through the corners, the steering wheel is a bit keen to self-center. And I do find the weighting, I don't know, maybe a bit artificial. I like the weight, but like I said, it just feels, it just doesn't feel quite real. Right, okay. Don't worry, it's me being an idiot. Yep, idiot alert. So there's a message on the screen which I couldn't quite see properly because I've got the GoPro in the way. It says press OK to enable engine. So all this time I've been blaming the car, yet it was me. That is what we would call a picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer. There's also another acronym for that as well, but that's much ruder. I can't say that on YouTube. This is the longest I've driven this car in electric, and my word, is it relaxing. When you have the 2.5 litre petrol engine engaged, it can feel a little bit frantic. The engine is a bit droney, and this has a CVT, which regular viewers will know I'm not a massive fan of, although in this vehicle the CVT is actually not too bad. I've only got 21 miles to go. 21 miles, I don't know what possessed me to do that, but if you're from my kind of vintage and you remember the So Solid crew, hopefully you'll understand that reference. That very poorly executed reference at that. I'll tell you why I kept putting the car into enable engine mode is because the Kuga, like many modern cars, it bombards you with plenty of messages. And to be honest, it gets to a point where you just go, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, just shut up. And that's what I did. I saw a message pop up. I didn't read it when I should have done. I just went, yeah, whatever, okay. It could have said anything. Would you like to start World War III? Yeah, whatever, okay. I do like the way how it tells you how many miles you've driven, but also how many electric miles you've driven. It's quite good because it makes it clear how you're using the car's power. I do like that, it's a good touch. Apparently, right now I'm doing 398 miles to the gallon. And actually, on the topic of that, the official figure from Ford is a little over 200 miles to the gallon. But of course, that's kind of best case scenario, you know, good driving conditions, etc. Oh, Golf GTI. It's quite nice. In regard to CO2 emissions, this emits 32 grams per kilometre, meaning for the first year of VED, oh blimey, that road surface is noisy. Meaning for the first year of VED, you'd be required to pay £145. So I was making sure there's nothing coming on off the slip road. Now, if you're thinking about having this as a company car, the BIK rating, benefit in kind, is 11%. Right, not too far from Goodwood now. I've still got 13 miles. I'm going to have to drive around for fun. So 13 miles, and I've done 18.6. So a bit of quick maths. That means that would have been bang on. I started with 30 miles, and theoretically speaking, if I continue at this pace, I would have done 31 miles. So it would actually be a little bit better. And I've driven on faster roads. Not all of it has been in and around town. So I am quite impressed by that. It looks to be quite accurate. The only problem is it means I've got to just keep driving around until I run out of battery. Oh, there we go, 12 miles. It's coming down. Oh, 5 miles left. The range has tumbled a little bit after that little blast up that road. But as I said earlier, this is a real world test. I'm not driving the car any differently to how I would normally. Because I think if you're going to put it into eco mode and it just hypermile, in my opinion, take my opinion or don't take it, in my opinion, that's not really how people drive every day. Therefore, I don't think that's actually a proper test. I wanted to drive this car today how I have been normally, because I think that's a fairer and more realistic test. Even so, it's done pretty well. I've done just under 23 electric miles with 5 to go, so that would equate to 28 electric miles, which isn't too far short of Ford's claim of 35. And to be fair, when I started this video, I had 30 miles in the bank and not 35, even though this was fully charged last night. Right, for reference, I have gone past my filming location, but I thought, let me keep ploughing on to fully run out of electricity. 3 miles left. 3 miles. When is it going to drop down? 1 mile! We've only got 1 mile to go. Why am I so excited? I've no idea. It must be the caffeine. It's finally kicked in. Oh, any moment now, that 2.5 litre petrol will cut in. It will join the party. It's a case of when, not if. Oh. Just waiting to hear the engine fire into life now. Will I hit 28 miles though before I run out? That is the question. 27.4. Oh. All of a sudden there's a bit of tension in here. 27.5. At least it isn't range anxiety though. Oh, hate range anxiety. It's bad enough having to deal with normal anxiety. Like 27.6, 27.7. Will I hit 28? Come on, Kuga, you can do it. I believe in you. 27.8. I'm about to pass my filming location again, which is a bit annoying, but for the sake of science, let's do this. Okay, can we get... Yep, 27.9. Come on, Kuga, hit 28. Hit 28 before we run out of juice. Come on. 28, yes, there we go. Why am I so pleased about that? I don't know. And still it continues to plod on. 0 miles, there we go. 0 miles. So we've done 28.2 miles in EV only. Now, any moment now, the engine should kick in. There we go. There is the engine. It has joined the party. Oh, the ramblers are out. So guys, there we have it. I do hope you have found this video enjoyable, useful or helpful, or maybe all three. If so, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. I'd like to say a big thank you to Ford UK for supplying this Kuga to me for the week. So yes, big up to Ford UK. And yes, that is me done and dusted. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. But yes, until the next time guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.